My name is Dougherty, and I am a holistic healer based in New York City. The tradition I was trained in is a Native American Indian tradition from the mountains of Peru. I began studying it in 2004, and initially it was just to complement my work as a yoga teacher, but I had gone on a trip to learn more in 2006, and one of the shamans that led the group, he's a Native American Indian from the mountains of Peru. He had done a ceremony for me and basically, said to me, do you want to be on this path? And I said, well, yes. He said, okay, well, I want to give you this particular initiation. He said, do you sure you want to do this? And I said, I didn't hesitate very much, but I said, yes, I do want to do this. And he said, that's good, Sister Catherine. He said, that's good. This is a good path to be on. And he said, it's really challenging and it's a lot of hard work. And you'll have to go through a lot of challenges and trials and tests, but it's a good path to be on. And so, yeah, that's been my journey since 2006, since my initiation took place. My initiation was on a sacred mountain in the Andes called Ausangate, and I've actually been there 5 times since then on pilgrimage, and been to about 5 other sacred mountains in Peru. I've also studied, in the last couple of years, I've spent a lot of time studying in the Peruvian Amazon as well. I've been studying indigenous healing with plants. So in the jungle, the main vehicle for healing is plants. In the mountains of Peru, the main vehicle for healing is more it's more a mystical tradition that involves to sort of bring that into an American context was difficult. So I was really fortunate to be accepted into a 2-year teacher training program with Sandra Ingerman. She is, without a doubt, one of the best teachers of contemporary shamanism that I've definitely ever encountered. So I felt really fortunate to be trained by her. And so I've had a lot of support in how to integrate it all and make it something that is useful and realistic for somebody that lives in New York City. A very big part of my work is integrating it because I think I think it is just so simple and direct and elegant, and it adds so much to your life if you can move into the space of expansion that shamanism offers. Shamanism is a practice by which certain individuals, male or females, have this ability to enter into a deep meditative state, and sometimes they do it with the use of medicine, like hallucinogenic medicine, like mushrooms or plant spirit medicine. But by and large, most of the time they just do it using a rhythmic device like a drum or a rattle, and they get into this theta brainwave energy, and they're able to, from that meditative state, they're able to journey into what is called non-ordinary reality, or a different dimension, if you will. And it's there that they look at the bigger picture of what's going on with an individual. And it's, in a very interesting way, they're sort of removing all the triggers and the veils and the and the illusions, and they're able to undress all that and shed all that and see really to the essence of what's going on in a situation. And then they bring that information back and they use it to help the client restore their health or their wellness or their integrity. And the client can be an individual, the client can be a corporation, the client can be a community, the client can be a couple, the client can be a dog. It doesn't matter really to the practitioner of shamanism what, quote unquote, the client is. One of the most useful techniques that we employ to help people heal is called soul retrieval. And so soul retrieval is just what it's just what it sounds like. It's getting part of your soul or your power back. And so from our perspective, lots of things can cause you to lose parts of your soul. It doesn't have to be anything extremely dramatic, like although usually very dramatic and traumatic experiences will cause a tremendous amount of soul loss. So being in war, being in some type of a natural disaster, being in a situation where there's just chronic violence, or even a situation where there's just a lot of stress and repetitive hostility can cause soul loss. But it can also be caused by ending a relationship or divorce. A lot of things can cause soul loss. Symptoms of soul loss: inability to connect, feeling exhausted all the time, depression, anxiety, chronic pain, wanting to return to a place that was this basically the place where feeling the need to return to the place where some type of trauma happened, not feeling clear about what your soul's purpose is here on earth, feeling like you're drifting through life, that you really don't know what you're doing. And of course, any type of compulsive behavior, any type of substance abuse issue, any type of addiction. I don't care what it is, whether it's gambling or sex or drugs or alcohol or whatever, anything that you are doing in that realm is usually being done to manage the sense of emptiness. So that's probably the most rewarding thing that I do in my practice, is help people get their power back, feel connected, feel grounded, and to not feel like they need to get that connection from another person or from a substance or from really anything, but just that natural, organic feeling of just feeling connected to the earth and feeling like yourself. It's just utterly transformative. And soul retrieval is really that's really the to me the most tremendous gift about being a shamanic practitioner. I teach, and I teach workshops. Currently this year I have a year-long workshop going on at Mind, Body, Soul Yoga in Manhattan. I also work out of the Meta Center. I also lead retreats in upstate New York. I lead retreats to the Amazon. I lead retreats to the mountains of Peru, depending on what I have going on in my calendar. So if you want to contact me, you can reach me at www.indigostarhealing.com. Thank you. Namaste.